That's why the Heavenly Father sent the Son and the Spirit to save the lost. And there are times even when those who are saved sheep get lost emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So we might wander away from God in one way or another, which might be out of character for us. Now, when we look at this story, like many other biblical stories of its kind, we find many different characters. And in times we may wonder what these characters were like. We have the father, the older son, the younger son. Then we have the faraway boss. Then we have the hired hands and all the other workers. So which one do we identify with? We may or may not identify with the main character of the story, the prodigal son. And if we did identify with him, we might have identified with him when we were younger, full of ambition, more selfishness, and maybe more pleasure-seeking. And I'm sure most of you don't fit with that at all, but you may identify with either the father or the older son. The beauty of this type of story is that we can identify with one of the characters. We can enter into the story. We can learn something new from this story, no matter which character we identify with. Now, the father is a good father, a father who had prepared his children to do well in the world. He had fed them, gave them a job, had planned for them to live out their lives, taking care of the rest of the estate. They had a future if they were willing to stay home and be a part of the family business. And most of good parents never plan on seeing their children suffer. That's the last thing they want to do. Most of the good parents hope that they've taught their children how to survive in the world and hopefully thrive in the world. And nothing brings them greater sorrow than to see their children suffer. And that no matter what happens, most good parents will welcome their children back, even if they have gone out there and lived a wild life.